Clear skies. It's still warm out. It's been definitely a warm day. Definitely taking advantage of that. I'd say at least maybe one more week. Even rolling in through November. There'll probably be some like warm days in November, but you know, this is really good weather, especially to film in. So this is not going to be a super long video. We're back. The previous video was the Mustang. Went over a lot of stuff with that. In this video, we're going to be covering the 4Runner. Officially back. If you didn't see that, the Mustang video, I am back home from traveling, and we got some things taken care of, some stuff that I ordered finally. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the radiator here. This is definitely something that all 4Runner owners, even if your 4Runner is not modded, I don't know like other platforms like the Tacoma or Sequoia or whatever, but strictly for the 96 to 02, I would ditch the plastic radiator. I know a lot of people swear by the OEM. It's probably good, but at some point, kind of like the plastic, it's brittle. Like you can see right here on the radiator fan. At the top of the radiator, it will get discolored. That's because the transmission cooler and radiator share basically the same, I guess, fluid or whatever you want to say. They do make separate mounts for that, so the trans cooler is cooled separately, but I didn't want to buy a radiator for that. I don't know if the manuals come with that, because the first radiator, I forgot what brand it was, I was looking for. They only carried the ones for the manual transmissions, but apparently you can, buy a separate transmission mount cooler, and I didn't really think of that. But I feel like this was probably easier. I paid like $450 for this one, the CSF Racing. Or just CSF cooling, whatever you want to. I think it looks better. I think it looks cooler. Kind of gives it that little, I don't know, more aggressive look or whatever. Kind of matches some of the stuff underneath the hood. But I just went with aluminum just because I didn't want to worry about the plastic one having that issue later on again. So definitely something to look into. Even if you just daily drive your 4Runner, don't do anything with it but daily drive it to work in the grocery store or whatever. Always check out, make sure the radiator is not being like a discolored brown or green or something right here at the top, as it was prior. So we have that aluminum radiator and it fits flawlessly. Kind of hard to tell, but looks a lot better than the factory one that was in there. And as we come to the rear of the vehicle, I did some more suspension mods. Probably didn't really have to, but went ahead and did it. It's going to be, there you go. It's hard to see the upper one. I don't even think you could really see it. So what we did was, or what I did, I went ahead and purchased the Core 4x4, the same brand that I have for the track bar, for that pan hard bar correction kit. I did a while back for this to center that differential after getting this lifted. I went ahead and just got the trail arms, or upper and lower control arms, whatever you want to call them. They're the adjustable ones, so they have like 3 different options. One is just for street driven, probably a little more comfortable. I got the middle tier one, which is kind of the best of both worlds. Trails, you're not going to have any issue. The vehicle is going to be a lot tighter, and it's not going to be noisy or anything driving it on the road. Hasn't been for me. I've driven it for a couple hours now, just to kind of test it out and stuff like that. Got everything aligned, had a perfect alignment done at Ironwood. So that's, again, where I take my 4Runner to get all the work done, Ironwood Automotive. Definitely did everything in a matter of a couple hours, and, back on the road. And the thing feels a lot tighter, honestly. Feels a lot better going around turns and stuff. So I would say the trail arms or control arms, whatever you want to call them, they do help out a lot. Now, how much of like a percentage, I'd say it just depends on the driver. I don't drive this thing fast. Obviously, this vehicle is not fast whatsoever. But if you're lifting them and you're doing, a pan hard bar correction kit, and you're doing the track bar, I would, while you're recentering the diff or having that done, I would just go ahead and get the control arms. They actually sell it as a whole kit. So that's what I did. The other level that they have is, I think, strictly for off-roading. If you're doing like a lot of like trails and racing, I don't know. But apparently that's what that is more suitable for. I like how it's almost, it is getting dark, but you can see how this really pays off. So if you are, say, like, working on your vehicle at night, definitely have a bunch of lighting for that. So overall, like I said, the Core 4x4 A lot of people were telling me to go with different brands. Majority or popular vote was the Core 4x4. I haven't had a problem with their track bar whatsoever, and I've had it on here for probably like 6 months now. And the control arms, I imagine, were just as good. So we'll see, down the line if anything happens. But overall, when I looked at the factory control arms, the bushings were pretty busted. So you can always upgrade them with, I think, the white line suspension. I'm familiar with them a little bit through the Mustang world, but I've never had any of their products. But the whole kit, I think, for all the rubber bushings and everything, or polyurethane, whichever one, was like $200. Yeah, spend another $200 or $250. You just get the control arms, and you don't have to do, take out the bushings and all that. And if you have a shop that does it, you probably spend the same amount of money and labor, I guess, I don't know, to do the control arms. So you might as well just go ahead and purchase a good set of control arms, and boom, out with the old ones and with the new ones. So that's just something that I had done with this today, and highly recommend getting that radiator. I would recommend an aluminum radiator, but that's just me. Some people just swear and stick by the OEM one. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure the Denso is just as good. Maybe it's better, but we're gonna see how the aluminum one does. So yeah, that's the only new stuff here for the 4Runner, and I don't know yet what we're gonna do next. So I'm at that point, so we'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. So you guys make sure to subscribe for future content and like the video, browse the channel for anything, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. So y'all have a good one.